Hi everyone, Sidharth Kumar from ReviewMagic once again. And this time we are reviewing a movie which is available on Einthusan. And the name of the movie is a pretty interesting one. It is Eeb Allay Ooo. And the first time I saw this movie was when I was surfing YouTube, and I've always been curious to see what Hindi movie trailers are coming out. And this was a movie that, I watched the trailer and it was a breath of fresh air. To be honest with you, it was a movie that I had not expected that I'll be watching. And the plot of the movie is that the main protagonist in this movie, who goes by the name of Anjani Prasad, played by Shardul Bharadwaj, he is hired by one of the contractors, which is hired by the Indian government in New Delhi to chase monkeys and baboons that are constantly a menace to the government officials in those buildings. And as a kid, I grew up in New Delhi near India Gate. My father was in the Indian Navy, and he used to work on one of the blocks near the president's house. And I've gone around those areas. I've gone to Udyog Bhavan, just outside. I've seen the Air Force Bhavan, all this. So I remember that this was a big problem back then. I'm talking about 25 years back, when there were so many monkeys around there, and there was no way to control them, and there was no the reproduction of these monkeys was just through the roof. You just can't control it. And back then, I didn't know that there was anyone who was also looking to manage these monkeys. What if there was a Republic Day and a monkey just crossed in the path? So I think that time they would take good care of it. But in general, it's like life moves on. You have no idea what's happening. So this was a new topic that Prateek Vats has touched upon, and I think I've always been hungry for new topics, whether it was Sir, my previous review that I did, or Eeb Allay Ooo. What the name of the movie is, first of all, very interesting. Eeb Allay Ooo is the way the sounds that some of these people in the contracting team they make, so that they try to scare away the baboons, the monkey, and each of these Eeb Allay Ooo is a different sound for the different species. So it's pretty interesting, how Anjani, who is a young migrant, he comes to stay with his sister in Delhi, and then he gets a job through someone's contact. Initially, he's not happy. He's frustrated. He thinks that there could be a better way to chase these monkeys, and he's getting some complaints from his boss, he's not doing a good job. Monkeys are still coming back, and he finds some creative ways to lure them. Maybe lure them away. That's what I meant. So maybe having a poster of a langur, maybe dress up as a langur man. And I remember even in Delhi, when I used to live in one of the areas nearby, I would see a person who would dress up as a monkey, with a long tail and just trying to chase. And I thought the guy was an idiot. Why would you do that? But today, after watching the movie, I realized that he had a full-time job, maybe 9 to 5 to chase these monkeys, and he was getting paid by the government of India through the contractor. So I think that a job is a job ultimately, but what really you want to see through this film, which is directed by Pratik, is this is a beautiful story. It is about the anguish of a young man. He doesn't think that he's inclined to chase monkeys, or even if he has to, there are some creative ways to do about it. He's not successful. He thinks that he should quit this and he should maybe get a help of a girl he likes. Maybe maybe he could drive a car, maybe he could do some other work, but he doesn't have those skills. So ultimately, he just has to stick in this thing. His good friend passes away while he's chasing a monkey, and the mob kills him. So there are a lot of risks involved in this job. I mean, it is also about your own dignity. I mean, you want to see yourself as someone who is chasing money. Is that going to be your job, your livelihood? And I think there are a lot of questions that Pratik tries to put in the minds of the readers or the audiences to no job is easy or hard. When you go into that perspective, you are in the shoes of that person. That's when you realize that every person has their own challenges. And clearly, Anjani, played by Shardul, this is not an easy job. But hats off to Shardul. He comes across a guy, not even who lives next door, but someone you would completely ignore. And this guy, he's doing this job just so that he can, get earn his living. He can try to maybe set things between him and his sister and his brother-in-law and things like that. So he's supportive also to the family. He is trying to earn bread and butter, but he's not able to find a way. And one of the scenes, he actually dresses up as a langur, a man, and he has a long tail. People are making fun of him. He's walking on India Gate, and then people are taking selfies with him. I think it takes a lot to do that. It is definitely one of it's probably easy to go to a bar and talk to a girl than to actually dress up in that role and to be able to portray the role of a monkey repeller. And I think Shardul did a wonderful job executing on his director's vision. So my 2 cents on that again is that this is a good movie that you all want to see. It's a family movie. The only thing in the end is in the movie when Shardul is trying to just find himself. So he gets lost in some kind of fair, and then there is a parade of all these people going through. They are all covered with ashes, with paint on their face. They dress up as these as a langur or a monkey. Shardul just joins that party and he just starts to dance, and like there's no end to it. So I'm not really sure what Prateek was trying to do in the end. Does he feel that Shardul is going to continue on the path of being a monkey repeller, or he was doing this out of his own frustration and anguish? So that is an issue which I know, but I guess that's just me who's thinking. But overall, the story is something to think about, that each one of us, whether you're a sewage picker, whether you're a rag picker, whether you are cutting trees, whether you're a CEO of a company, everyone in this world has a job to do. And no job is easy. You just have to put yourself in their perspective to understand the nuances of it. So guys, if you have any comments, do write it below. But until then, this is Sidharth Kumar signing off from ReviewMagic. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.